Good evening, lovely viewers. You are welcome again to another interesting episode of Africa in Retrospect. I am your host, Grace. Before beginning the program, I'll play the theme song as usual. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Africa. That's the title of the song by Riala from Ghana. Enjoy.
Gold we have, diamonds we find. Yet we fight, we cover it all in blood. Tell me why we wallow in the mud. Africa, 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 eh. Mama Africa, we cry for peace. Africa. The land is good, the land is fine. Though we have diamonds we find, yet we fight, we cover it all in blood. Tell me why we wallow in the mud. Africa, Africa,
Africa, such a rich continent.
Africa, Mama Africa, we cry for peace.
Peace and unity will take us places. So let's unite, Africa.
Let's unite, yeah.
Africa, 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 Mama Africa, we cry for peace. Africa.
Thanks for this beautiful song, Riala. Africa is beautiful with its people. We are strong. We are blessed with so much natural resources and human resources as well.
Africa.
Thank you, beautiful people. You're welcome back to Africa in Retrospect. Before beginning the program, I'll tell you something about Eritrea, because we are going to discuss something about Eritrea today. Eritrea is a country of the Horn of Africa on the Red Sea, just to help Africans and non-Africans who don't know about this beautiful country. And you know, it has such a rich history. It shares borders with Ethiopia, Sudan, and Djibouti, and the capital, Asmara, is known for its Italian buildings like St. Joseph's Cathedral, as well as Art Deco structures. Italian, Egyptian, and Turkish architecture in Massawa reflects the port city's colorful history. Notable buildings there include St. Marian Cathedral and the Imperial Palace. So this is something that you need to know about Eritrea. And with me today to discuss this beautiful country is Mr. Salah Othman Habib. And I'll give him the chance to introduce himself because I don't want to miss anything. So who is Salah?
First of all, thank you, Grace, for having me today.
You're most welcome.
My name is Salah Othman Habib. I'm from Eritrea. I'm living currently in Kuwait, and I'm part of the Eritrean community, board of the Eritrean community.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's amazing today just to be with you, actually. Really.
Thank you so much for honoring our invitation, Mr. Salah.
Anytime.
So, we'll go straight to the question.
Yeah, sure.
Please, can you tell us something about Eritrea, your motherland? Or is it your fatherland? Is it referred to as your motherland or fatherland?
Okay.
Yeah, because I want to know about the population, the tribes, the culture, language, religion,
Sure.
and everything beautiful about Eritrea.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, Eritrea, the name of Eritrea is derived from the ancient Greek language,
Okay.
which the name is Sinos Erythrios, which means the red algae in the Red Sea, because we have the Red Sea. We have almost 1,200 kilometer coast side, around 365 islands, and two main harbors, Massawa, one of them, and the other one is Asab.
Okay.
Yeah, we have 9 ethnic groups and 2 religions, Muslims.
Like
and,
the 2 dominant religions or 2
dominant, yes,
okay.
Islam and Christianity.
Okay.
And we speak, each ethnic group has its own language.
Oh,
yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so we can say 9 languages
Okay.
for the 9 ethnic groups. The total surface of Eritrea, it's almost 124.3 thousand square meter. We have our motto for Eritreans. For Eritrea is like, I'm talking about the atmosphere, about the climate.
About the climate.
Yes, it's 3 seasons in 1 hour.
Oh.
So we have the coast side, we have the mid areas, and we have the high lands.
Okay.
So.
So talking about the language, you don't have a national language?
We have.
Oh, okay.
We have Tigrinya.
Oh, Tigrinya.
Yeah, Arabic and English.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Arabic is the second language in your country?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And English, of course, as the international language. And Tigrinya, because we are, as I told you, we are 9 ethnic groups. So if everybody is going to speak in his own, it will be like bubble.
Impossible.
Right.
But at least one language is learnt in school,
Exactly.
right? Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Okay, that's awesome. So tell me about the food. I love food.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll order
What is your national? You have any national menu?
Yes, we have asida. Oh yeah, it depends.
Asida in my language is Thanksgiving.
Really?
Asida.
Okay. For me, if I'm hungry and I'll have asida, I'll say thanks, of course.
So what is the component of the asida? The ingredients, how is it?
It's made of flour and ghee, original ghee, with the milk, yogurt, and some red pepper.
Oh.
Yeah, I've seen some Nigerian friends having that dish.
Really?
Yeah, but the name, I forgot the name actually. They make it like, it's from brown wheat with the, but they use it with the sauce, but we use it with the yogurt.
Is it momoy? I think momoy, Nigerians also. But it's made out of beans.
It's
prepared from beans.
This is from wheat, like brown wheat, yeah. And we have zigni also. You know zigni, the circular bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is popular
it's
everywhere.
Like kubus, but
like
the bigger one.
Exactly.
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
it's circular one. And,
Sorry.
that is the main dishes.
Okay.
The main dishes for the Eritrean community.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd love to visit Eritrea.
Of course, sure.
To enjoy the food.
Sure.
I love food. So, lately, or should I say lately, or some time ago, we heard in the news that there are laws in Eritrea requiring men to marry more than one wife. And if you don't, you may be fined or be even in prison. How true is that? Such stories are interesting and people would like to know the truth about it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just rumors, right?
Yeah.
So can you just clarify?
It's a big rumor actually.
Oh, it's a rumor?
Yeah. Okay. Because I've heard the same, I've read the same news later for a different country. I forgot the country.
Okay.
So it is like somebody just, you know, drop that rumor.
Okay.
It's going all over the world.
I'm asking because some friends of mine said, okay, we've seen
all my friends, they start
Eritreans
calling
are so beautiful, then maybe we should settle there and get married. More than
it's a rumor, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Doesn't have any true on that one at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, many people, should I say countries, especially the Western world, see Africa like a jungle, like it's people sitting on trees. Some even ask, you know, I've had people ask me, so how did you come here? By airplane? There are airplanes in your country? Or do you have airports? You know? And sarcastically, I've answered some of them, that's no, I walked. And then they believed, oh, so do you have houses in your place? No, we sleep on trees.
On trees, yes.
As you believe. So I would like to ask about the state of infrastructure in your country.
Yeah.
And then healthcare, education. How is it? Because people would like to know.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I would say, you know, maybe this is the first time people will listen. I mean, non-Eritreans, they will listen to this information.
Yeah.
The name of Eritrea and the name of Asmara, our capital, is Second Rome.
Okay. Second Rome.
Second Rome in Africa, because of the building, of the people style, and about the infrastructure, everything.
Yeah.
The drainage system there. You will never find the same in any different countries. Yeah, surrounding us. I'm talking.
Wow, that is amazing.
So the infrastructure is good. Okay, but due to the colonies, due to the wars, you know, of course, a lot of destruction. So now it's a new modern freedom country. So the construction level is moving so on and good nowadays.
That is good to hear.
Of course. And so after some time, you know, again we got another war in 1998.
Yeah, we will come to that one.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, we'll come to that one. So what about the healthcare system? Because in my country, Ghana, you know, we have this issue of maternal health care. It's a very serious problem in our country, and even in infrastructure, not enough hospitals to cater for women in particular. For me, I am very, 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 I have this heart for women, because I'm a woman and I know what women go through, especially those in the rural areas, pregnant women, and access to health care. How is it in your country?
Good question, can you imagine during the struggle, the revolution against Ethiopia at that time? Okay, we had a good health care for especially for the women in the rural area. Our rebels that time, you know, they were visiting the rural area and giving the medical treatment for all the aspects for everyone. So how about now after we got our freedom? So of course, they are focusing into this sector so highly.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
good.
And I can say almost in every small village you'll find a clinic.
Wow, that is amazing.
Yes,
that is
exactly.
good. It's good.
It's good, of course.
Okay. So what about education?
Yeah, education is there as well. Institutes like engineering, agriculture institutes, technical institutes. Okay. And it is like, and we have some area, an area called Sawa. Sawa, it's a camp where you'll do the national service plus the education. Okay. So after the high school, you need to enroll there and do your national service, and after that,
compulsory national service, right?
It's a it's a compulsory one, and
because in my country, if you don't do compulsory national, if you don't do national service, it's so difficult for you to get.
In many countries, even in Kuwait, where I'm Kuwait, I grew up in Kuwait. Okay. Now they have deleted. I mean, they have just skipped that one. Before it was must. Okay. Otherwise, they will catch you from the street.
Okay.
In the checkpoints like this. That time I remember.
Okay.
Yeah, they stopped this I think in 2001, 2002. Okay. So it's good actually. it's for your country. Okay, who knows? Eritrea is a small country, surrounded by big countries. So at least somebody should be, you know, I'm not saying anything, but I need to be prepared for anything.
Of course.
Okay.
So regarding Eritrea being a small country, how big is the population? How small is?
4 million.
Only 4
to 5 million.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have approximate this one, but I believe.
What is around that
yes,
number?
4 to 5.
Oh, okay.
4 to 5.
That was when Ghana gained independence. We were 4 million.
Same, right?
But now 30 million.
Right? Yeah.
We've gone a long way.
Exactly, of course.
So, is Eritrea safe for people who want to travel, you know, to visit the place? Because me, I want to travel to Eritrea.
Yes.
I want to visit. But others would like to know because they've heard about Eritrea, and some don't really know.
Exactly.
Is it safe? Like, is it a safe place?
I can say I have.
Because I'm asking this because of the thousands of landmines.
Landmines, yes, exactly. A lot of landmines are there because for 30 years, you know, we were occupied by a regime, you know, and after that, you know, they just planted the landmines everywhere. Everywhere.
Yeah.
But by God's grace, you know, the government also they are controlling and trying to eliminate these things.
Good.
So now we can say we can find the landmines in some rural area only, and even the people living there, they know that.
They know that's
exactly in this part there is landmine.
So that means they are really careful.
But talking about cities and this one, no, we will never find them. Yeah.
So what about the environmental issues? You know I have read that Eritrea suffers from deforestation, and so what are you trying to do about it, like as a country, to do? Because desertification or deforestation is a big issue in my place as well. So it used to be a tropical rainforest, with, you know, trees, ancient trees, but exploiters have cut most of our timber to export, and now the place is gradually becoming a desert.
Exactly.
That is my country.
Exactly.
Believe me. And the government has taken measures to promote afforestation, you know, the planting of trees. So I know that Eritrea is also suffering from the same similar issue.
Yeah.
So
actually, the government, they have.
What was the cost actually about the?
See, regarding these points, you know, the government, they have set some violations.
Okay.
Especially for cutting the trees and this one. Yeah.
Okay. That means they were exporting trees from your place.
Exactly.
Okay.
So now, never. It's stopped.
Good.
So I can say if we have some other things, we can. Recently, we had some locust attacks. For the locust attacks, and by the God grace, the government they've used the pesticides
to deal with
the material. Good. And it's
very
done.
Good, very good. So, do you import most of your foodstuff, or you produce?
You know, it's a local production only.
Wow,
local production. We are depending on ourselves.
Wow, that is awesome.
You have 1,200 kilometer coast side, you know, along the side.
The land is fertile.
Yes, of course. Good. Agriculture also.
Good.
We have many things: watermelon, onion, tomatoes, everything.
Wow, exactly. This is amazing.
You need to
because many people don't know. Many people don't know this about Eritrea.
Yeah, exactly.
Many people don't know because the media has really given negative image about Africa.
Yeah, they will say only Eritrea. Okay, when there is a war, Eritrea. That's it. Yeah.
That's a sad part. You know, when the world remembers Africa, most of the African countries, they remember us for war, disaster,
crisis,
you know, crime, diseases. You know, it's so unfortunate.
Exactly.
Even here, where we are now, as an African, you have to go for medical checkup every year.
Yes.
Every year. Yes. Once you travel back to your country.
Yes.
But
Yes.
We are okay. We are not disease-ravaged country. So I'm so happy. That's why I've taken it, you know, as a responsibility to be focusing or discussing Africa, my fellow, like issues from fellow African countries. So you can share a bit about your country's history dating back in the 19th century, like predating 19th century, before it became the colony of Italy. Because I've read that Eritrea was colonized by Italy, right?
Yes, 1941 was defeated by the British.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was colonized by the Italians.
But briefly, it was brief? For a long time?
Yeah, it was briefly.
Oh,
briefly,
okay.
yeah. The same thing with the British colony also.
Okay.
For 10 years, almost 10 to 11 years, from 1941, I believe, till 1952. Yeah. Then we were angst by the Ethiopian regime, and by force. I mean,
that is after the British.
Yes,
after the Italians.
No, after the Italian, the British. They ruled, for 10, 11 years.
It seems that the British was
before
has been everywhere.
Before the Italian, we have the Ottomans.
Okay.
Then we have the Egyptian. Then we have, the Greek. Then I don't know, but it was like, Eritrea history is,
it's vast.
Is really poor guys.
My God.
Poor people.
I didn't know about
every
all
time
of this.
Just because it isn't that cost. It's a small country and it has a long cost.
And it's rich in minerals.
Exactly, and surrounded by many, even the people coming. I was shocked, I believe 2 days, 3 days back, I was reading about, the history also, because we need to remind ourselves always. In Asmara, there was a French consulate, plus British consulate, plus Italian consulate. I don't know what they are doing all the
See, they've just divided Africa. Africa has a long way to go, but we will get there. We will get there, believe me. Because these people have demarcated Africa. Before there were no borders. We were just tribes.
Exactly,
Tribes. Africa was just tribes.
Exactly.
Different tribes. Ghana, you had the Akan people, the Maasai, India, and then Eritrea. You have your own tribes as well.
Yes,
South Africa, they had the Zulus and the rest.
Yes, the Zulus, the Maasais. Exactly.
But now we become countries with borders.
Yes.
With languages.
Yeah.
Different languages, foreign languages.
Exactly. See, this is all depends on. I can say, I don't want to say anything wrong, but that is my home. Be away from my home.
Yeah.
I will not give any chance to attack my children, my land or something.
Yeah.
Okay. So that time also, they have their own homes.
Yeah.
They have their own borders. Okay. So, but they are respecting each other.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
But now we're talking about the modern,
modern
life, the modern political system. Okay, even though we need to respect that one. That is yours. This is mine.
Yeah.
We are brothers.
Yeah, of course.
We love each other.
We are brothers.
Okay?
Yeah.
No matter what happens.
No matter what happens.
Even the brothers are hitting each other.
Yes.
They are hurting
they fight
each other.
and then
they fight.
Yeah.
But
make up, right?
Exactly.
That is it.
Exactly.
That is it.
You're right.
So I am so happy to hear this from you,
Same
Mr.
here,
So tell us about the war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which war? How many wars?
Ethiopia, the main one. After Eritrea was annexed by Ethiopia, and what happened?
Okay.
And because people would like to know what caused this particular war,
yes.
because as this youth, as this youth, we heard about this war, we watch it on TV,
yes.
and how it was resolved. So people would like to know about what really triggered it, because I know. For me, I know that it was triggered by Ethiopia annexing the country. Yeah. So if you can share something about it and how it affected the people of Eritrea.
I will mention some points in briefly. Okay. So because it needs many episodes.
Yeah.
Many
You just make what needs to be briefed.
Exactly. Let's say from 1952. Okay. That time we had the king of Ethiopia, Haile Selassie. Okay. So he has a good relationship with the United States. Okay, that time we'll talk about the United Nations. So there was a guy, if I'm not mistaken, his name is John Foster.
Okay.
John Foster. He was the High Commissioner in the United Nations for the USA.
Okay.
This guy, he announced it openly, okay, and straightforward to the whole world, and he said that we cannot give the Eritrean people their freedom because our virtual relation with Ethiopia.
Okay.
Yeah. After this announcement, the Ethiopian regime that time, the Haile Selassie regime, it's like they got the green light to do whatever for the Eritrean, against the Eritrean people. Massacres, genocides, vanishing towns, from the,
they
map
just
of
wiped out villages and cities.
Because it's about, I think they said it is a province number 14 for the Ethiopia.
Oh, okay. I've heard this history before. Yeah. Exactly.
So the educated people, the whole people, they came out to the streets demonstrating, and especially there were some. There is very bad, very horrific incident happened for some students, very educated Eritreans. They came.
They were still in school.
Yes, they were demonstrating against this announcement of John Foster. They killed them all.
They killed them.
They were 52 very educated Eritrean students. They killed them.
Shot them, right?
They shot them. Yes.
For demonstrating.
Yes.
Was it peaceful demonstration?
That was. It's a peaceful, of course.
It doesn't make sense.
The armed struggle, started after this.
Oh Lord.
For 7-8 years, the people, they start demonstrating, and you know what? The Haile Selassie regime has deleted the Arabic language and the Tigrinya language from the school, and they start forcing the people to learn Amharic language, which is for Ethiopia, not for us.
Oh.
That was enough, So 1961, the first sparkle for the revolution has started.
Okay.
Yeah, and from 1961, started September till 1991, 24th May, until we got our freedom.
Oh, yeah, that is amazing.
Yeah, so.
So how did it impact the people? How did it affect the Eritrean people during the war? I believe that the people may have suffered one way or the other. How serious was it? Because people need to know history so that things don't repeat.
Yes. See, I can say in each and every Eritrean home there is a victim.
Wow.
I can say this openly, and I'm responsible about what I'm saying. Let any Eritrean come here and he'll say, no, I don't have. Impossible. The war has, just...
affected people.
It's affected people, okay?
The daily life.
My father was saying me, and my mother is telling me every time, the jets, the aircrafts, just bombing blindly. They don't know this is children, this is women, this is a mosque, this is a church, it's nothing. Just bomb and kill. We have 3 to 4 very terrible massacres and genocides happen in Eritrea. Hergigo, it's a town called Hergigo. We have Ona, we have Afabat, we have Addikayeh. They just gather the people inside the mosque and the church and they burn them. Burn them alive. Burn them alive.
This is
so
unbelievable.
The Ethiopian that time the Ethiopian history for the Eritrean people is indescribable. I cannot describe it. Yeah.
You people stood up and fought.
Yeah. That's why we fought.
No. Sometimes people don't understand. If you don't understand the source of something, you don't even have to say anything about it.
Yes.
Because
right.
What you've just said to me now has really opened my eyes to so many things. Because
so
the atrocities were too much. Yeah, it was unbelievable. But I thank God for sustaining people.
You know, nowadays, when I hear, you know, like some genocides happened by so and so countries against some people, you know,
It brings back memories.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Whatever, you know, they're saying this is true or false, but when you imagine that one,
Yeah.
you know,
Because you were growing up, you
Exactly.
witnessed everything.
Exactly.
I'm sure.
exactly,
You know, the pain, the horror, you know,
you're right.
of seeing people. You don't know what will happen to you.
Precisely.
The next,
Precisely, you're right.
what will happen to your loved ones. You know.
Exactly.
I'm so happy that you people made it. You know, you made it.
That's
through.
why we will say we don't forget.
Don't
but we
forget.
forgive.
You forgive, but
Yes,
you don't
but
forget.
Don't forget.
Yeah,
We never forget.
it's true.
Yeah.
Oh, this is really, it's really something. You know, I feel quite emotional about it. Forgive me, I'm sorry.
We'll talk about lives.
Yeah,
human.
yeah.
Talking about,
Forgive
you
me,
know,
yeah.
of course.
Forgive me. I feel
Yeah.
emotional about it, quite emotional about it. But anyway, we thank God for everything. And we thank God it's over,
Yes,
and it will never
yes,
happen again.
Yes.
It will never happen. So let's
Really,
go.
I'm feeling happy, you know, nowadays
Yeah.
when I see the Rwanda, what was happening
Yeah.
before between the Hutu and
And now it's a
Tutsi, and now
different Rwanda.
really.
It's one of the fastest
Yes.
growing economies
Exactly.
in the world.
Exactly, in the world.
Yeah.
Exactly.
In the world, and it's amazing. So I would like to ask you this.
Yeah, sure.
This important question.
Yeah.
If you had the chance to do something different in your country or in any place,
Yeah.
I don't want to restrict
Yeah.
you to your country.
Yeah.
Like, what would that be? What's particular in your country? Like, if you have a chance to do something different that will impact people, what would it be?
Okay. Now, Grace, honestly, like, I want to say that everything has to come with time.
Yeah.
Okay. We are talking about a country which started in 1991. Okay. Like, I was 10 years old. Okay. So what we need, for me, I just, I'm giving a message to, especially to the Eritrean people, you know. There are some Eritrean people, you know, like, you know, they say, no, what happens, still we don't have like so and so and so. Let Eritrea has its own time. Let's give her a time. Okay, we cannot expect everything within a month or a year or 2
can
years.
happen like magic.
Exactly. So Eritrea needs a time. Okay, it's a small country, has a great people. Okay, very nice youngsters, but needs a time.
It's time.
Yes.
So for the time being, you are satisfied with how the country is growing. So you
Of
need time.
course.
Time with time. You believe that everything.
In
work out.
1998, in 1998, okay, that was the year where when the Ethiopian regime, you know, they attack us to Eritrea.
That's 1988 or 98.
1998.
98.
The second,
okay.
yeah, after we got our freedom.
After,
okay?
so they attacked again after
Yes,
gaining your freedom.
from 1998 till 2000. That attack, that war was to invade. It's not to
okay. There was an invasion.
Invasion. It was invasion.
I'm
And
hearing this for the first time.
See, so you know why? What was the reason? The economic growth was 6.7.
Okay.
6.7 means what? You know, means after 5 years, 10 years, it will be like Singapore.
Yeah.
He said no.
It was growing so fast.
Depends on the people mentality at that time and the power, you know, of the Ethiopian regime that time. No. That's why, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow,
That's
that
the
is
thing.
amazing.
So we need time only.
So just tell me about the second invasion as well, because I'm hearing this for the first time. They
Yeah.
just invaded
Yes.
to take back their so-called colony.
Yes. Because, you know, for them it is like a sea. It's not like a country. It's a seaside.
So what was the world doing about it? Or what did the world do?
Yeah, of course,
They
because
say nothing
we
about
have our flag, we have our, you know, legitimacy.
Because you were sovereign,
yes,
you
of
are a
course.
sovereign country.
Exactly. So we defeated them in the border, and we start, you know, following the international law.
Yeah.
Okay, and the United Nations, of course. Okay. So at the end, I can say, you know, I want to thank Abiy Ahmed, Prime Minister for Ethiopia now, who came to Asmara and he's saying we need peace.
Of course,
Yeah,
we need
it
peace.
was our mistake that time, so we need peace. This is your right.
Yeah,
Yes,
it
finish.
is. It is your right. If it's like marriage,
Exactly.
two people go into marriage.
Yes.
If the one person said, I don't want,
Finish.
you cannot force a person
Exactly.
to marry you if the person said, I don't want.
Exactly. This
So
this
even if they felt that Eritrea was part of their colony, you have decided to govern yourself.
This is their dream, actually, you know, to take everything, you know, and because, you see, I don't want to go deep in this one, okay, but for example, let's take Kuwait as an example. Kuwait is a small country,
Yeah, it's a small country,
surrounded
rich.
by
Yeah.
big countries, okay. Why people they every time, like, well, let's say Iraq, why every time, you know,
Yeah.
Iraq every 50 years trying to invade Kuwait. Every
That
50
is-
years.
that is
You know
bad.
why? Because of what?
Because this country is rich.
Rich.
Yeah.
Because of the oil.
And there's strategic location.
Exactly. The same thing. Eritrea has
That means-
own
yeah.
sea, and it is strategic. It has its own strategical location in the Horn of Africa.
Okay.
So we have, you know, the Red Sea, we have the Mediterranean Sea, we have the Suez Canal, and we have everything.
You have everything.
Yeah, and there are only 3 guys, 3 boys, 3, 4. That's the thing. But no,
No.
they are very
That is
great
not
people.
fair. Yeah, of course, the small
I
country
swear.
like Eritrea can fight big countries like
Exactly. For
Ethiopia.
30 years, following the
Yeah, you
guerrillas
people are-
operations in the mountains and the rivers, you know, until they got their freedom. And after that, you know, for that 2 years, 1998 till 2000, again, you know, but thanks to God at the
You
end.
people
Yes.
are really strong.
Thank you.
Strong.
Thank you.
I admire you.
Appreciate it.
So, how would you advise foreigners who wish to invest in your country?
Yes, there are many.
As you are
Yeah,
yeah. It's okay.
Yeah.
Because you got my question.
Yes, I
right.
got you. I got
Okay.
your question. There are many topics, aspects they can invest there. We have agriculture, and we have also the minerals.
Minerals, yeah.
We have. I can say many things. Okay.
Like transport.
Transportation, because, you know, Eritrea also it's if we make a comparison between, you know, some other Arab countries, you know, or something, it's a big distance inside, so they can use the transportation as a business if they need.
Yes.
Also many things are there. Agriculture, importing things and
Yes.
exporting things also they can use. But honestly, I don't have exact info, but I can advise them to go to any Eritrean embassy in their countries, okay, or to if they go direct, straightforward to the investment center in Eritrea, they can give them all the, you know, in details information to make it easy for them.
But certainly your country welcomes investors, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
And anytime.
Because some countries deliberately put hurdles
No.
in place to ward off investors.
Eritrea is an open country for the people. I don't know what people they are saying about Eritrea.
No, I'm not talking about Eritrea per se.
Yeah.
But there are so many countries in the world that will put hurdles just to prevent people from investing in their countries for whatever reasons, I don't know. So I'm so happy that you came, Mr. Salah
Same here,
Othman. So I'll give you 5 minutes to greet your people.
Yes,
your
please.
community.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Greetings to everyone. And by the way, I want to give you an invitation for our Independence Day, which is going to be in this upcoming May. So we will be very glad if you come, you and Sylvester. And your
Thank
husband.
you. Yeah,
exactly.
Thank you so
much.
much.
I need to say also today we have a good news internally for our community. My friend Muse Alam Saggad, he's going to now engagement. He's making an engagement
Oh, really?
for our sister Salam.
That is amazing.
So we pray God for them. And another message from the head of the Eritrean board for the Eritrean community board in Kuwait, Mr. Salim Al-Safi. He's also giving you his greetings.
Oh, thank you so much.
And saying thank you to everyone.
Thank you.
And big hi and for the all African people in the world.
We love you.
Thank you.
What about
Thank
your
family?
kids?
Yeah, they're fine. They're good. To my daughter Saba, and to my son Zubair, to my son Omar Muhammad, and my daughter Sarah, and my son Hassan.
Thank you so much for joining us today. In fact, I've learned a lot about Eritrea.
Yes.
And
thank you for having me, actually. And I hope that I give a little information about Eritrea, so the people they can.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
You've said a lot, and I believe that you've debunked that myth. That myth about Eritrea,
Yes, of course.
So many negatives. Now you've cleared the air.
Yes.
People know that Eritrea is beautiful.
Thank you.
Don't forget, take a trip to Eritrea.
Yes,
you are going to enjoy.
Of course.
Yeah, my next trip will be Eritrea.
You're most welcome, everyone.
My next trip.
Welcome. Sure,
okay.
sure,
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Grace.
Thank you. God bless you. God bless you. And we hope to see you again,
sure,
okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Take my word.
So thank you, lovely viewers, for staying with us. We love you. Before we close, we'll play our theme song again, Africa, to promote Africa unity. Thank you. We are again. I love this lady. She's so talented.
And the rhythm of the rattle on the play. Oh, the way of the buffalo feet. Oh, yeah. And the song on our feet. The energy of our youth. And the knowledge of the truth set us free.
Oshame Kwame, thank you for promoting African unity. Oh say, oh say, oh say, oh say, oh say, oh say. Let the voice of Africa make the voice of Africa. Be the voice of Africa to bring a change. Africa must rise again. Sing this beautiful song for a change. Africa, hey, Africa, Africa, hey, Africa.
See the crying of the new child be there, and the passion of the motherland be felt.
Make the hunger
disappear,
and the hunger and the fear, and the knowledge of the truth set us free. Let the knowledge of the truth set us free.
with the hunger and the fear.
Let the knowledge of the truth set us free.
Ose is like the French word.
Yeah, Ose, Ose, yes.
Ose, yes.
Let your voice bring a change today. African Union, we should unite. We have to rise. We have to do it right. rest of Africa. Okay, bye-bye, beautiful
Bye-bye.
people. Then don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. The name is Full Time Buzz Grace Lee Production. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.